Hi guys, Nathan back. This is going to be my Darkworld profile. So, did say in my trap trick list I'll come and do a Darkworld profile. It was from the previous format. The format's changed a lot, everyone playing Droll, so I'm not really on it at the minute. Deck's still pretty decent. There's like tech cards you can play through like Droll and Lockbird and stuff. But this is what I was playing before and Deck was doing stuff. I had a couple of locals tops, there weren't any wins, but it's Darkworld. You lose the die roll, you go in second, you ain't really got hand traps, so it's kind of hard to break a board. Just straight into it. Triple Grapher, Triple Rainbow. These cards are the broken ones. So they both do the bounce to summon. So you bounce a Darkworld to hand, summon them. If this is discarded, it pops a card, discarded by an opponent's card effect. You look at something in the extra deck. This, when it's discarded, lets you add a level 5 or higher Darkworld. If it's discarded by an opponent's card effect, it lets you add a level 5 or higher Darkworld, and then special summon a level 4 or lower Darkworld. So you can help trigger this via your Cerule, which we'll get on into later. That's it for the big ones. They are just literally just the best ones. Playing 1 silver, it's kind of the big one. This is your hand loop guy, so you want to get your Cerule onto your opponent's side, force discard this out your hand to put 2 cards back. This deck can hand loop for 5, which I'll show later on, but we'll move on to the lower ones. So 3 Genta, non-once per turn discard to add the field spell, which field spell is basically like a draw 1 and a banish. So you can like discard, add, activate the gates, you can banish this, discard, draw, and then summon this back, so you got an extender. Opening this with a Snow, which you play 3 of, which rotors for any Darkworld card, and the Rainbow, it just starts giving you more advantage. And then the last Darkworld monster is the 1 Cerule. I feel you only need 1 Cerule, 1 silver, because you can dig through them, get to your Snows. There's loads of draw power, like via dangers and stuff. But when this is discarded, summons to your opponent's side, and then activates on your opponent's side of the field, so it's their monster effect activating to be specific. Force your opponent to discard a card. Dangers: double Bigfoot, double Nessie, triple Mothman, 1 Tube, and 1 Jackalope. Jackalope lets you special summon, also draw 1. All the dangers are draw 1s. Everyone should know what the danger cards will do. They are broken. So this lets you special a danger from deck. This lets you reborn 1 from grave. More importantly, it's a fiend, so you can banish it for the Gates of the Darkworld. Triple Mothman, it is literally Darkworld dealings, a draw 1, discard 1, and it's a level 4. Tube's also a 4, so it helps get into your Dugaras for more draw power. Double Nessie, when it's discarded, lets you add any danger. And double Bigfoot, when Bigfoot's discarded, it lets you pop a card, so it's a bit better than the Thunderbird. And it's a level 8, which is important as well for things like your Coach King and number 38, which I'll play in the extra deck. Yeah, that's it for the dangers. Kind of on the rare danger is Catalyzer. So this is level 4, reveal a fiend, you discard 1, summon the other one. So it's kind of like a danger, it is level 4. This was more important before. All these level 4s were like to make Dweller for tier element, but you can play things like Baguska, but I'm not playing them at the minute. It's more of like a link spam. But this card's kind of cool. Zephyros, you playing dangers. You discard this off the danger to summon, and you bounce back the danger. You dig in 3 deck. Again, it's also a level 4. Branding High Spirits and the 1 brick for the deck. So this reveals and searches for this. So it's letting you search for a level 8. It's a dark, so it's a lore fodder. But you can send a branded spell or trap from your deck to grave, put this to the bottom, draw 1, which is important because you can go High Spirits, reveal, add, and you discard, get that effect. Then you put this back to the bottom of the deck, send a second one, so you got 2 of these out of deck. This is at the bottom, and then you draw in another card, so you just deck thinning multiple times. If you draw this later on, then it's just a lore bit fodder. That's it for them. And the spells, it's going to be 3 Gates of the Darkworld. It's a once per turn, it's a soft once per turn, so you can use all 3 in 1 turn. You can also bounce this back with Zephyros as well, so it just lets you dig through your deck even more. Double Accession, in my opinion you need 2 just to see it, because you can make the Big Grapher Fusion just to play through some hand traps. Hard opening this isn't even bad. You can literally hard open this Grapher and any monster and just hard make this. And as long as you open a way to start drawing cards, you have ways to stop being hand trapped. Especially if you open silver as well and they have something stupid like a nib, you can just force discard your own silver, they put 2 cards back. Obviously you're going to put the nib back and something else, but you're starting your hand loops already. And the 1 archives, this has a discard to draw 2 when you activate any Darkworld effects. You're playing a Darkworld deck, so you just get an advantage of the free draw 2, and the card you're going to discard, being a Darkworld card, is just going to trigger as well. You can also discard to boost the attack of the Darkworld monster by 100 times the level, so that helps push the game as well. That's it for the Darkworld spells. 3 allure, says draw 2. It's broken, you're playing just pure darks in your deck. Card destruction, this card's broken, trigger Darkworld's dangers. So it's just one of those cards. If it gets ashed, it gets ashed. The only thing is, they discard draw at the minute because of draw. They draw a draw off that resolution draw, you're just losing. But it's just one of those things. It's quite a RNG deck. Going second cards, 3 Radiant Kaiju. Cash at the minute are going for the Arise Out Pass, so just dropping a Kaiju is better than having a Lava Golem. It's a dark as well. You can also get this engrave, like discarding off a danger or something, and you can Mudcracker, send a card, summon this back so you can't get Kaiju'd if you really want that to come up. 1 second to last card is 1 talent, so another going second card. This is how you put back the 5th card when you're hand looping for 5. Silver does too, because Cerulean activates on your opponent's side. This lets you activate this, and you can put the 5th card back. If you're getting hand trapped to Oblivion, you can also just go for draw 2. You hand loop for 4, you're dropping multiple negates, you're not really bothered. And the last card in the main deck is 1 Thrust. This acts as another copy of talents, but it also acts as a card destruction or anything, so it's just another way to see your other like power spells. Especially if you're struggling like to draw, you can just go Thrust, set talents, talents draw 2. If you only been able to activate 1 Cerulean, but once you activate 1, it just doesn't matter, you're just putting the card back anyway. That's it for the main deck. I believe it's 44. I do want to cut it down, it's just hard to cut cards. So playing double Grapher. Gotta play 2 because of cash, because they will just rip 1, and you really need this card. This card is just absolutely broken. It is literally your biggest monster, and having a way to protect against their hand traps is very important, and this is literally the only way outside of Talents and Thrust. 1 Masquerade, it's the High Spirits brick in the extra deck. Rank 4s, I'm only playing Dugaras. Can play Baguska, I don't really have the space, but this can just draw 2, discard 1, it can reborn. The reborn does come up a bit more than you probably would think, where the draw isn't as important. 1 Coach King, this literally says draw 3, and every monster burns for 800, so you can kind of like get down in time with it. The main important thing is it says you draw 3 cards, so it lets you decree deck. Elastic Z is 138, so it's a spell negate. Your end board typically like drops Appaloosa, Hope Harbinger, Grapher, so you ain't really losing the game if you're dropping that after hand looping for 4 or 5 cards. Links, 1 Cross Sheep. You're playing Grapher, so you get a res back, res in the snow, returning snow to hand to summon one of the big Darkworld monsters, so you got a snow back in hand to discard, and then you get a search. You see how it is, it's literally just looping the snow, the rainbow and everything. 1 Mudcracker. This does Fiend lock you, which isn't great, but if you get hand trapped a lot, and you can at least get a Grapher on board, just so you can get access to your fusion play, and you don't really want to lose all your Graphers, so you can just easily just summon the rainbow, bounce the rainbow, summon Grapher, and you got like another way to get to a Grapher. So it does also help break a board doing it that way as well, so that is good going second. The 1 Akashic, this is how you get the Cerulean back to your side of the field, or the other way is you discard a Grapher, pop the Cerulean, and you can make Cross Sheep and get a fusion on the Cross Sheep and res the Cerulean back and bounce it back to hand that way. So there's multiple ways where you can get the Cerulean back to your hand to discard. IP, just making protected, Appaloosa, Nightmares, it's just broken. Still a good card, even though it's been out for a good few years. It's just one of them. Nightmares. These are breaking boards, making them where they're protected by IPs, also pretty strong. Having them co-linked can stop by being destroyed by battle because of the Phoenix, and with the IP it can't be destroyed by card effect. So if you are trying to link ladder into something, you can. One Appaloosa, Monster Negates, and Soyuz just draw power. That's it for the extra. I don't have a side. Usual things you can play at the minute is Book of Eclipse, Lava Golem, just things like that. There isn't too much in ways of hand traps you can play because it is literally just draw power of the deck. Deck's kind of solid, not the best at the minute, but I will be jumping back on it at some point, and you'll have a newer profile where I do get to test with newer tech cards and stuff. Like, comment, subscribe, thank you.